Talked to him a few
Oh,
times
I'm
through
sure.
Gen Chat and stuff, but here we go. Kicking things off. P1 gonna pop up. Zenny's favorite hill, so he's gonna tell you what's going down.
Yeah, so everybody's really going to fight for the top third control. A lot of these players on Toronto Falters really need to be going for this top AC side right now, but unfortunately they are not. It looks like Hidden Illusion, though, is already top third. We're fighting for the green control. A couple kills are going the way of the Sydney Dingoes. There's 3 fall on Toronto, and they're going to have control over all of the top levels, and this should be a nice time for the Sydney Dingoes.
Absolutely beautiful time for Sydney right here, all the way up to 20 right now, looking to extend it out even further. If they can get up to 40 going into P2, they're going to be looking pretty good. But Toronto, on this nice early rotation, they know they lost P1, so they're going to go for that. But that should be 32 points going the way of Sydney once this is all said and done. Right now, trying to hold things down. That's going to be Toronto. They know they need the road. They're getting some kills. They might be trying to kill some teammates right now, too. You got to do what you got to do. But that 41 points from Sydney from P1 is going to be absolutely massive going into these next few hills, especially not getting that early roto. We all know you got to rotate a little bit early in this game. Right now, Toronto picking up some nice kills.
Yeah, and Vortex kind of on a 3 there, a little seed planted in the ground, maybe working his way towards the cruise. He's halfway there, as it were, and honestly, this is how it goes on basically all of these hardpoint maps. You give up 40 on P1, which is an otherwise scrappy hill, and a lot of times in COD, that seems like a very large lead. You know, if we just look at last year, if you got 41 on any of the first hills in the game, you were considered doing very well, but in this game, you can just easily get a full 60 on the next hill, and you're right back into it. It looks like Sydney Dingoes is going to break in for just a moment, but Vortex, I mean, he is frying, starting the game off flawlessly 5-0, working towards that cruise missile, and I mean, he could get it surely here in the next hill.
Just gotta watch out for Berserker here, though. Just laying down in the back of the map. I just keep making on him down. This could be a nice kill coming in there for the side of Toronto. Once again, nice early rotation out of them here. This is one of those big things we're going to see in this game for a while, at least until people really figure out how to break into these hills, if that ever becomes a thing. But a lot of early rotations holding things down, but Hidden Illusions with a nice break at the moment. But Strange, he's going to try to retake this. He's going to have to worry about a couple players around him here, though. Berserker's getting a nice kill. Strange going to break on in, gets taken down by Hidden Illusions, gets a little bit of help from a teammate there, but Berserker, nice little cleanup. He should be able to get some time for Sydney.
Yeah, so that's going to be the trades go all the way. They actually do manage to get one of those illustrious breaks that you were talking about there. Toronto going to be spawning out. And now it's time we talk about the P4 rotation. And I actually like working through the left side, or the bottom side of the mini-map, rather, through that chicken coop. But right now the spawns are all sorts of crazy. We're getting a lot of parallels towards the P4 side as P3 is still contested. And Vortex somehow managing to get insane kills left and right. Unfortunately, not able to hold Cindy back for a long enough time to get this scrap, and we're already off to the rotation. It looks like Toronto is gonna be first. I don't know what just happened on the hill.
Threw a trophy at a trophy.
Yeah, and then just okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Hidden Illusion broke onto the hill, finds 3. Berserker. Actually, it's gonna be inside, so that finds the 4th, and a nice break from Sydney Dingoes to get us started on this P4.
Big shout out to Sydney right there. Berserker helping clean things up a little bit there by taking out those trophies. He's going to be on the time. Couple players pushing the front. He takes down the first, looking for a little bit of help from the squad. This is basically the worst part about this hill is the nades are going to be flying in. People are going to be funneling in from the street nonstop. A little bit of flanks coming in as well. But Sydney Dingoes holding for now, getting some solid time for what the hill really is at the end of the day. But Toronto looks like they're going to get a nice break kind of going right now, but Hidden Illusion's still going to be alive. He's got to be the guy to beat right now, staying alive for Sydney. And look at these kills coming in from the man. Toronto, though, looking to try to get some of this mid control back here as they're ready for this roto once again. I mean, always rotating. Love this out of Toronto. One of my favorite things to see in this game so far. But Sydney doing a good job not rotating. I mean, all the way up to that 100-point mark already.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a mix of rotation and breaks in terms of determining who gets a lot of the time on these hills. So that's always nice to see. It's a lot more fun that way as opposed to just someone always out rotating and always getting the points. And we're actually seeing a great job by the Sydney Dingoes doing a lot of these breaks, but so far it looks like Toronto doing a better job on the holes as they hold P5. But here comes Hidden Illusion. This guy has been the man for Sydney Dingoes so far. Berserker goes in, gets taken down. Here comes the flood through bus side. 1 kill goes the way of Clutch. Insights is going to be able to find the second. Toronto back and forth with them, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough forces for the Sydney Dingoes here, as all Toronto is off of respawn to get into the hill.
Oh, Insight. So he's going to take Vortex out. It's going to be a nice kill for him, but he's going to have to deal with Hubert. Not Moist, by the way. Insight's picking him up as well. Toronto's still trying to break in here, but Insight picks up another one with the pistol. That thing is an absolute menace of a pistol, I'll tell you what. I'm glad to have it back. Very much so fun. But Sydney picking up some solid time here. Once again, just breaking into hills. Love to see that happening right now. A lot of times, like you were just talking about, the rotations win pretty much nonstop, but Toronto, speaking of which, rotating once again to P1. These guys have some god tier rotations. I tell you what, it is nonstop, always getting those early setups going and stuff. But Sydney always breaking in, so we'll see if they can do it again once again here. Toronto picking up 3 kills, making 4, all 4 dead, including a teammate. Got 5 there. You got to do what you got to do. And Sydney going to be off a nice hot respawn.
Yeah, I think the big thing here for Toronto is just make sure that the guy in the hill is just going to stay down and get all this time. And I mean, hidden illusion, I mean, there's not much you can do when he's trying to get kills like that. And luckily, a little bit of help on the time for Toronto as kills fly back and forth. Humid, not moist, staying down on the hill. Here comes Clutch Freak, a battle in the time. And this is one of those things why I hate this hill so much. The gunfights get so awkward in there. But Toronto Falters, they managed to have a pretty strong hold here. And they're actually spawning up towards the P2 side, so they should be able to chain P1 and P2 together as we head into the next rotation.
Next rotation going to be coming in. The second P2 about to be up. Toronto once again on the road. I already have 3 players in the area ready to set up and get things going. Vortex first one in, picks up 1 kill right away on Hidden Illusions. Massive kill to get for his squad. That's the best player on the other team for sure. Insight's pretty good as well, but look at the guy keep on going. Humid, not moist, picking up a kill of his own as well. But that back alley still going to get pushed out. Berserker looking to make a move there. He sees one player laying down. He sees a little bit of movement, gets a few shots off. Going to wait for his squad mates to push on in.
Yeah, and they're actually spawning towards the back alley now, which I actually hate spawning on for this hill, especially because that heady towards the back alley here. But Sydney Dingoes, it looks like they seem to love it as they're just getting all the kills in here, eventually cleaning them up. MWIII finding 2 insane kills there, and he stays alive long enough for Toronto to come and give him some help. And now it's off to the races, which it looks like Toronto is going to win by just a few seconds. Already set up, already spread across the map. They're looking to play cut kills here, but it looks like Sydney Dingoes playing a unified push through the chicken side.
I mean, Toronto once again on a nice roto here, but the kills coming in for the side of Sydney. Can they get a few more? But you got to go through Strange, man. He's got 2 HP left, staying alive temporarily, but he does get taken down. Hidden Illusions finally getting the kill there. Is going to be there for his teammates. His teammates spawning out for now, but he's going to have to hold things down. He picks up the first one more pushing him in right now. He's going to get the second one as well. Hidden Illusions is the absolute man right now. 17 and 16 on a 3 streak. His teammates still getting killed towards the middle of the map, but his squad getting some time.
Yeah, and some gunfights going the way. Berserker taking some shots, throwing some nades, backing all the way up. And I like this play from Hidden Illusions. Even though he has the gunny, he's staying down on the hill, letting Clutch take up a few of those kills. But it looks like one stuck through. MWIII, he gets through, he gets into the hill, and Sydney Dingoes are trying to get the kills off of the hill. I don't know if that was some body shots there. I think it was just a little bit of, an afterthought, trying to make sure he's dead. But it looks like Sydney Dingoes, they are going to collect this scrap time here as near neck and neck going into this P4. Hidden Illusion, I mean, he's already rotated. I swear, every time we go to this guy's POV, he's popping 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3, right? Literally every time. It's actually insane. But Toronto going to have that hold right now for the P4. Church being held down. We'll see how long that's going to happen for. But Sydney Dingoes trying to push on in. Berserker once again just runs through the front door, picks up a kill. One more going to be pushing him out here shortly from the back here. Should be able to get this kill. Just barely gets it. Stays alive. His teammate's going to be coming on over to help him out here. But Toronto trying to get a push together, but the spawn kills are basically coming in at the moment. The push comes in. Sydney picking up some early kills. Insight doing what he can. Berserker trying to help his teammate out, but has no idea where the push is coming in from Insight. Still getting some kills. 16 and 11 now. The top push comes in. Toronto with a chance to make a play. Losing some players in the process. Strange loses track of someone at the pillar. Takes down one. Gets taken down immediately. The trades are non-stop on this hill. Is immediately you're going to see Toronto win. Sydney in. Toronto back in.
Yeah, it's a back and forth contest, and the bullets fly, but it looks like Sydney Dingoes land on top once again. And Berserker, I mean, he is tweaking out. He does not know where he's getting shot from, and his teammates are falling left and right as Toronto. They are going to break into this old hill. Actually, just going to keep it white as they try to focus the rotation towards new. And it looks like Sydney Dingoes, they're getting the P2 side spawn. The first blood is going to be drawn by Toronto for this hill. As here comes the push, 2 go the way of Toronto. Insights manages to find 1 trade, but 3 go down. It's just going to be Sydney off of respawn. They're actually spawning closer than Toronto at this point. MWIII runs out of bullets, and he's not going to be able to find that kill. And Sydney Dingoes could easily break into this hill.
Sydney looking to break and got the UAV in the back pocket. Know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. But Sydney Dingoes trying to push on in right now. Toronto falling like crazy. His Insights picks up 2 kills. His squad going to be on the time. They can win it here if they hold all of it. Going to be a little difficult, but they can do it. Toronto trying to get a push together, but they're going to slowly lose a few numbers. One at a time they come in, and one at a time they die. Sydney holding things down. 20 more seconds and they win. One more player coming through the window. Never mind. Clutch Freak going to get the kill. Sydney doing a great job playing outside and inside the hill. 14 more. Make it 13 for this one to end. Toronto has to contest. They get on in. Vortex gets a kill somehow and stays alive just for a short enough time. Not enough. but Sydney's still holding it down.
Yeah, and this is the final seconds. Toronto have to get in. They have to contest in order to keep alive. But it looks like Sydney Dingoes, they are holding on just so. But Strange manages to jump in. He finds the kill, keeps this game going. But Hidden Illusion is rotated, finds two to end off the game. A great two-piece there. And Sydney Dingoes going to close out our map one.
Like, say, a team like LAG or something like that. Hey, we're back in action. No, never mind. Sydney Dingoes for Toronto Falters kicking things off on the S&D. Round one coming in. Look at this push coming in right now from Sydney. They're just ego challenging the heck out of Toronto right now.
Yeah, good nade. EOD saving Insights. Never mind. I spoke too soon. Human's going to pick him up. Clutch might have stuck through here. I don't know if they're tracking him too well. Oh, and good trigger to someone not to just immediately shoot there. He could definitely find one here. It looks like he is going to take the kill. He's going to challenge up. Pop does not manage to find the second. Berserker maybe spawning in a little bit late. He was still in the spawn. Now left in a 1v3 scenario. This one's going to be difficult, I won't lie to you, but he might be able to find something if they play separated enough. Unfortunately, not going to have a Toronto Falters take round one.
Shout out to Toronto Falters taking that first defense, making things look pretty easy. I mean, it's... Hey, Sydney tried to do a little bit of a strat there where you run down that burger lane and, well, it didn't work out because all of Toronto was there and they got lit up pretty early. Not a lot of cover there when you, you know, it's kind of tough when you can't shoot back at the people shooting at you in COD, right? It's kind of brutal. One of those things. Can't
I
throw
think
a stun,
I heard. I think I heard the smoke pop. So, correct me if I'm wrong. We are using smokes in S&D, right? And CRL. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm pretty sure I heard the smoke pop, but the biggest thing here is you just have to throw it right away. Like Strange is showing us, you got to get that sucker out ASAP. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if I like this play from Toronto. They're waiting a bit before they push through it. I don't know if they're trying to commit a fake here or what, but they have let this smoke dissipate. They've used their one ace up their sleeve, and now really all Sydney has to do is they just have to literally not troll. They just have to stay in their spawn, hold the lanes, and then eventually Toronto Falters will have to just fly into them. They'll be able to find a kill. Looks like Insights is going to be the first one up, but he actually gets triple chowed. No help from Hidden Illusion, and he's actually going to be stuck. He needs to get out of the way, and they managed to find these two picks here, but Hidden Illusion trying to take some shots down, but not going to be able to finish the kills. Gets juked out, and, well, I guess I spoke too soon.
Humid, not moist, with 2 big kills. Now 1 player left. It's going to be Clutch Freak. Is he clutch? I say we do a little clutch or kick situation here. He picks up that first kill, but he's going to be very weak. Vortex got a very good damage trade-off there. Didn't quite get the kill, though. Only 13 HP. Going to get that all the way healed back up to 150. Whew, bless up. But Toronto Falters, 3 players left, 1v3. Just can't really throw this one away. They got the bomb in their favor already planted. Not a lot of time to get this one defused. Clutch going to have to pick up a lot. And he's going to get taken down. And just like that, Toronto going to get another one.
Yeah, good round out of Toronto, and I wasn't expecting the push to work, but I think Hidden Illusion just got a bad timing. He turned to look towards mid lane, just happened to leave Insights by himself, and Insights was not able to find even one. I mean, hard gunfights to win when you're getting chowed by 3 people, and everything just happened to swing in Toronto's favor. So, a very good offensive round win from the Toronto Falters, and now it's Sydney Dingoes' court.
Sydney Dingoes. We'll see what they decide to do here. First things first, we got to make sure we set off every alarm in the building. Run through some sensors here. They're going to run on over to the opposite side this time. Going to actually go hit the terminal. Well, the whole thing is a terminal. The gate, I guess. But Toronto Falters right now. On the defense, looking to hold things down. This team definitely, we saw from that first hardpoint, have a lot of strategy on their side. Definitely trying to use that in the S&D. But Sydney getting some nice early damage off. Get a nice kill over on the burger side. They're going to try to use this because it's going to be a little bit of an open lane. But you got to watch up top. Got 1 player watching over you right now. And MWIII is going to run up to help his teammate out as well. Human Dot Moist, very weak right now. Sees a couple players. Has to try to make a play.
Yeah, good kill. He does manage to find one, but bomb does go down. 2 players already there, and Berserker is actually in a great position here. He's looking at the entire flank almost. He's looking towards white. He's getting a lot of information. And at this point, you really just need to not overchow. MWIII going to find a second one. Hidden Illusion in a great spot here to find some kills in this clutch situation. Finds the first. Is he going to be able to find the second? He will turn and get the snap off, find the kill, and that will get Sydney Dingoes their round on the board. And the catalyst for that, I hate to call him out like this, because you know we talked about him before the stream, but Strange, you get a little bit of noise got made over towards P2 side. He sprinted up through P1, tried to get a sneaky little angle in Burgertown, and that's just not something you could do on this map. You just got to hold your lanes and sit on the bomb on defense, and you'll manage to get more round wins than not.
I mean, it's such a tough thing with this game. I feel like ADSing is just so overpowered. You
Oh,
just
it's
have to
so
do it, right?
strong.
Like,
Yeah.
especially once you get the bomb down, like you're on the defensive side now, right? You
Mhm.
literally just ADS, you hold your sights, and you just get yourself a free kill. But looks like we're gonna see the Burger Town push once again. We see some trophies flying, some some smoke coming in as well. But Sydney have plenty of players here. Hidden Illusion in a good spot to make a play. Strange with a nice opening pick. That first blood gonna be massive to help his team out here. At Hidden Illusions, he's going to get Child. He picks up one. He's got one more to beat. Gets taken down. The trade doesn't come in, and Toronto going to back off.
On
One
1
player
HP.
advantage.
1 HP for Vortex. Barely scrapes by with his life there in that challenge. He's going to swing out, try to find the second. He does manage to find it. And last but not least, Insight does manage to find one before he drops, but Toronto Falters quick reply there on their on their defensive one rather. I believe.
So,
No, it was the offensive one. I apologize.
so Zenny, you know, as someone who's played the game a lot, I know you've played a lot. What would you say? Offense a little bit more difficult on this map?
I have to say offense is a lot more difficult on
Yeah,
this map.
that's what I thought.
Especially, it's probably a little bit different here in mixed. You know, teams aren't going to be as structured as they might be in a
Especially
pre-made
early,
setting.
especially
yeah,
super
for sure. We're second week of the season. These guys are probably calling out setups as we play. If they're calling out setups, if not, they're probably just looking at their mini map and going from there. So there is a lot of gaps in the defense, so it is a little bit easier for the offense. But against a very structured team, it is super hard to get an offensive win off against these guys without any specific strats.
Now we're going to see some plays about to come in. Human, Not Moist, and Clutch Freak getting some nice damage trades off on each other. Neither of them going to die, though, but a little bit of info going down on the map for either team. Now we see Toronto just holding strong. They know they're on the defensive side. They know all they have to do is hold. Sydney, though, have to get that bomb down. Plenty of time to do so, though. The play comes in. That's going to be Clutch Free getting taken down. Toronto now rotating to cover things up a little bit, but Hidden Illusions, he's going to push on in. He gets taken down. That's going to be a massive kill for Toronto. Vortex backs off. He's got the protection of this. His teammate pushes on up to help him out. Insight's going to be very weak on his own as well. Now it's going to be a 2v4. Toronto looking great.
Yeah, they found all the angles so far. There was like a triple crossfire on the first guy, and now it's just Insights left up to the 1v4 challenge. Is going to drop eventually, and that right there is what I mean when I say difficult to play offense. I'm not really, like, after that, middle and gunfight, what was it, between Clutch and Moist, goes through and no one gets a kill, it's super hard to do anything there. You don't have a lot of time left on the clock. You're nearing 45 seconds. You're gonna have to make a play eventually. You've given Toronto a lot of map control, and now they can just hold their angles, and whatever you try to do, you're getting fired on from like 6 different angles, even though there's only 4 people on the map.
I mean, not to mention, just like pushing the plane is so hard as it is. And then if you lose a player, like, oh man, good luck. But Sydney now on defense, getting some early info by getting a nice tag on the Vortex here. But Toronto trying to still push on inoffensively through the burger side lane at the moment. Insights watching things over from that back corner right now. He's going to get taken down. Nice early pick from Toronto once again. First blood's coming in like crazy. Hidden Illusions, though, goes for a trade, gets taken down. Now going to be once again a 2v4 advantage, and Clutch Freak trying to make a move to defend this lane, but he's going to get shot real quickly here if he peeks his head over. Doesn't quite see anything. First player comes in. He gets taken down. The trade's coming in nicely for Toronto. Now Berserker by himself picks up one. Nice little gunfight there, but now going to be a 1v3, and Toronto is going to get the bomb down.
I think every round so far has kind of just been decided on that opening duel. One player challenges up too far or doesn't know how to push on offense, and they just get shot down. And from there, it just kind of cascades. On this map, I will say, much harder than, winning an offensive round is winning a 4v3. There's so many angles on this map. It's super hard for you to get control, especially when you're down numbers. So that opening duel is so crucial to these rounds.
Yeah, it's really difficult on this map, in fairness. Like, I feel like you accidentally kind of outreach your coverage of your teammates, like, a lot if you're not paying attention. Like, I feel like if you're playing the map a lot, you know who you're playing with, you kind of are very comfortable with your teammates and stuff, it's maybe a lot easier. But once again, mixed division, these guys probably haven't played together, like, barely at all. Looks like Toronto's played together a little bit more. You can outreach maybe just a little bit, overextend, but look at that Toronto now. Getting shot up just a little bit over here on this burger side. We see Sydney getting pretty aggressive here, trying to get an early kill. Human, Not Moist, holding it down. He's got some help from Strange. The trade comes in. The damage trade, that is. Not an actual trade, but Toronto picking up a big kill there, going for a second, getting a little happy feet there, but Hidden Illusion's gonna get taken down. Insights with a nice trade from Burger. Now Berserker trying to get aggressive. Now that's gonna be a massive kill. Goes for the second. Gets the second player very weak. That's gonna be Vortex. Gets the help from behind as well. Now gonna be a 1v1. It's gonna be Insights versus Vortex. Vortex going for the chow. Insights gonna get the angle though. Gets the kill, and just like that, Sydney with a big win.
Yeah, and that was a trade fest. Probably one of the better rounds we've seen from both of these teams. They all played pretty much how I would come to expect from a lot of these guys. And they just happened to find the trades, and it looked like Sydney just won out ever so barely, especially when Berserk went on that pinch through book. And I think one of the things about this map that's also, confusing, difficult to play around, is a lot of the times it doesn't feel like you're over-chowing on this map when you are. You know what I mean? Like, you could be on a super far heady, you're like, there's no way I'm getting ripped. And then boom, you get ripped off of it, you overchowed, and you're just going to cost your team the round. And that's just one of those things. It does take a lot of work to kind of figure out.
I mean, it goes back to us talking about the ADS angles from earlier, right? Really, if you're just aiming down sights, it's like, look at this right now. Look, Hidden Illusion. See, ADS is all the way around that corner. Gets lucky that Human Not Moist is not looking at him there. Almost gets lit up right after that. Only 9 HP remaining.
Oh, thank God for the trophy, right?
Just so many. Yeah, for real. Oh, man. Toronto, going to be down a player. Going to make things a little brutal. But look at that Burger Town hold from Strange. He's going to hold down that lane while his teammates trying to make a move. But Berserker, the guy who likes to get a little antsy on the map right now, trying to do something in the middle of the map here. We see that bomb from Vortex making its way towards the gate side right there, but he's going to get lit up from Hidden Illusions across the way there. That angle to see all the way across the hallway is absolutely nuts. And now Sydney looking pretty good defensively here. They just have to not give anything up. Strange, he's going to push on in. He picks up one. Is he going to stay alive? No, he's going to get taken down, but he does get one to open things up a little bit for his team.
Yeah, and Vortex has managed to sneak all the way to A, but are they going to read? They are. MWIII, veteran play right there, finds the kill on Clutch Freak, who's playing bottom plane. But now here comes the pinch from Sydney. They are playing this retake, but are they going to read Vortex in the back of this play? Crucial gunfight here. He is going to read the chow, but does not manage to win the gunfight. Insights challenges on in. Toronto Falters clean up in a great 2v4, right? From them to be able to manage to clean that one up. No, I think Strange got one at the start of the round.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
2v3 snuck through. First bomb plant in playing this game. And they managed to clean that one up 6-2.
The craziest part about it, but here we go. We're kicking things off right away here. Toronto Falters on the move. Strange somehow looks like he got like a head start across his entire team, but they're going to be going off to that opposite side. Nice first blood for his squad, but Hidden Illusion's going to even things out pretty quickly.
With a sub.
Trying to get onto that B objective here.
Yeah, and Hidden Illusion putting away the AR, I guess, running a sub, which is interesting because I would consider this map to be more of a 3 AR map, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander, I suppose. Is Berserk flying for it? It's going to be able to find one. Oh, I thought for a second he was about to find a second there, but so far so close. Contested in lives, 26-26. And if you're new to Call of Duty competitive and you're wanting to know a bit about the control game mode, basically just don't die at the same time as your teammates. The biggest thing you can do is stay alive so you can help your teammates get out of spawn traps or delay a taken progress. That's basically all you need to do, is do not go 4 down if you want to stay ahead in this game mode.
Shout out, don't go 4 down, baby. Don't go 4 down in anything, especially S&D, because that round is chopped. But Toronto here trying to make a push over towards the A objective. The A objective here, they're going to get a couple players on. Strange with a big 2-piece there. Looking for a third, is going to get taken down. Nice little trade there. Insight stays alive, though. And just like that, Sydney going to wipe things back to normal here. And Toronto trying to push up the middle of the map. They're going to hop on B. Humid, not moist. Trying to make a move here. He's going to get contested momentarily. He is going to get taken down as well. Now Toronto's still trying to make a move up the middle of the map. It's somehow working for them for the time being, but Insight's going to get one of those kills, looking for a bit more. He's going to get taken down momentarily. The kills are coming in. Toronto get 3 down, looking for one more. Strange about to get that 4th kill, and now Toronto's got a chance to make a play. Stack the point where the Jim's B is going to be gone momentarily. The A point also being captured. Sydney off of spawns, getting killed once again. Strange with some big kills. Everyone's popping off now.
Yeah, and that's just how quick a round can change at the drop of a hat. It looked like Sydney Dingoes were getting ready to take that round. 11 seconds left on the clock. Now all of a sudden we're back up to a minute on the clock, and Toronto leaving in lives. Vortex doing his thing, 6-2 to start this map off, and he's just finding all of the kills. Looks like Sydney Dingoes finally going to break on, and I have to be honest, there might be some merit to this sub strategy from the Sydney Dingoes, but Humid, not moist, looking to get the 360, not going to be able to. Berserker gonna shut that one down. And 12 to 9, 50 seconds on the clock. And it's going to be on Toronto to kind of get out of the spawn.
I mean, speaking about get out of the spawn, they're going to pick up a couple big kills there. Going to get 2 down for the side of Sydney there. So Toronto trying to make a big play here. Up only 6 lives remaining for Sydney, making 11 for the side of Toronto. Kills are going back and forth. Look at Strange, almost makes a play, but he gets taken down. Sydney picking up some massive kills. Now after Toronto, you really got to go. 30 seconds remaining. Got to get on this time to stop that timer. But Sydney, no respawns remaining. If you die, you're off the map. Only 4 players remaining. Toronto have 4 extra lives. 8 total there technically with their 4 they have on the map at the moment. But Clutch Freak getting a massive kill. It might not matter if this wave of kills comes in. Clutch Freak with a second. He's going to get traded out, though. That's going to be MWIII getting taken down. The kill's still coming in. It's going to be 4 to 3. And Toronto, you got to just run off a spawn. It could be a little bit of a spawn trap going on here on accident, though. But Strange going to be the first one in. Gets the first kill. Needs a little bit of help from his squad mates. They're going to be pushing on up. No one else dead yet. Strange stops the time. Gets another kill. 1 player remaining. That's going to be Berserker. He gets taken down. And just like that, Toronto going to win the round.
Yeah, and that's honestly one of those things where, you know, we obviously know the difference between divisions here and in our CRL, right? You know, people tend to play better, they go up in division. We can kind of make some sort of quantifiable observations like Iridescent in MWIII ranked or Crimson in MWIII ranked, or you know, how much earnings you have on CMG if you know what CMG is. You know, we can do those kind of things, but the one thing that I like to look at gameplay-wise is minimap awareness and just knowing what lanes are open there. And honestly, if Sydney Dingoes just watch the middle lane, they catch Strange before he can get through mid and pull off that flank, and they probably win that round. But instead, now they're down 1-0 as the kills continue to fly the way of Toronto as they manage to wipe Sydney off the map almost completely. Incise is the only remaining.
Shot the worth it. Blew himself up there. Those nades be going crazy on this map. But Toronto here holding strong on the defense. Sydney gonna have to make a play on the A or B site. But MWIII, you're gonna shut down that one for now. Still a player on the B site you have to deal with. Never mind, the kills are coming in. 1 player really remaining pushed up for the side of Sydney. That's gonna be Hidden Illusions. Picks up 2 kills. He's gonna hop on the A point, but he's got Humid, not Moist, above him right now. Trying to find him. He's gonna get a big kill there for his squad. Looking for some spawn kills now as Sydney in a little bit of a rough spot here.
For sure, but they do manage to find 2. We're off to the races now. It looks like Berserker, he wants to push up. He wants to get in the spawn. 3 go down from Toronto. And here comes the spawn kills. Berserker kind of tunnel vision, running back and forth between the red dots that he's popping up on his screen. Unfortunate timing all around, but Incise, last player remaining. MWIII runs out of bullets. Incise manages to find 2, keeps his team alive. 25 seconds on the clock. Sydney has got to get on a point. They've got to capture the tick. Strange has some help from his teammates. Gonna find 1, gonna find the second. And the kills come through. Berserker last remaining. 4 go down from Sydney Dingoes. They have to run at the hill. 15 seconds left on the clock. This round is practically done, except for Hidden Illusion. It's close enough to touch.
See a couple kills going the way of Toronto, but Sydney do get a kill there. Hidden Illusion's on the time, has to get the kills, gets 1, looking for a little bit more. He's got some help as well. The stack coming in out of the B point, stack the point. Word to Dim's 1 tick down, a few more to go. They've got plenty of lives. The time is going to be a problem, though. We see Toronto right now not really going for this objective, it looks like, at the moment. They're going to try to make a play, first one in. That is going to be 1 kill, but Hidden Illusion staying alive. MWIII trying to get a kill from above. Not quite going to be able to bring that one down for his squad. He's going to get taken down. Hidden Illusion's couple players coming around the outside lane. That's going to be Vortex and kill, but the A point now being captured as well. That second tick getting taken off of B. Sydney on the A point. Got to hold strong. Incise can't afford to die here. If he goes down, it's all but over. His squad, 1 player remaining. That's going to be Berserker. He dies. Only seconds remaining. Toronto coming off a spawn, holding things down. Sydney trying to push on him, but Hidden Illusions with 2 once again. The guy's coming in absolutely clutch for his squad. That's going to be Clutch Freak as well, staying alive, but Hidden Illusions, another kill. It's going to be his teammate, because why not? But he needs some help. 3 seconds remaining. What is going on right now? Everyone just keeps going back and forth. The kill's still coming in.
The kills, they fly, but they're still on B. They managed to got 2 on. 2 takes completed, 3.5 seconds left. They're going to hold on to this Incise, slowly and letting this take progress. And I think Toronto are just letting it happen so they don't lose any lives here. As Sydney Dingoes, they've run out of respawns. A veteran play by Toronto. They do not care at all about these ticks. They just want to make sure they keep their lives, but 5-3 is close enough to winnable. And Incise has slipped the net. He challenges the back. Is he going to be able to find this kill? He does. No more respawns remaining for Toronto. 4 versus 2 as Strange picks up 1. Incise, though, trapped on the 3 spree. He's going to have to find 1 and get out with his life. But The player on the A zone does manage to get taken down in size, but Berserk not going to be able to do it. And Toronto Falters, they managed to close that one out by the skin of their teeth there.
I mean, that was close, right? Gonna go up 2-0 round count. It was looking absolutely sketchy for a second there on the B point. Things were getting a little chaotic. Toronto was pushing in one at a time. Hidden Illusions was killing two at a time somehow. It didn't matter. Once again, this guy, it felt like he was picking up 2 and 3 pieces every other second, 14 and 16. Make it make sense, bro. It's so crazy.
And speaking of, players that are popping off, Strange is 26 and 14, and I think that's went unnoticed by both of us. This guy is doing his thing right now. Does manage to chow down. It does find the first play of the round. 3 kills go the way of Toronto Falters, and I think Vortex might want to push up against the spawn trap. Nah, he's going to come back and help his teammates on the point. The 4th one does go down. That's going to be a free B zone to hop on. Should get at least 1 tick here as Sydney Dingoes. They are looking towards the A zone.
The A zone going to be what we're looking for here, but Sydney going to get 1 kill. They're going to lose a couple in the process. It's going to be MWIII and Vortex getting some nice ones. Insights with a nice trade. They're on the map. Going to clear out the B point, but A being captured by the man, MWIII, at the moment. Looking for a little bit of help from his squad. Another kill coming in. That's 3 that's happened for Toronto so far where they blow themselves up. But Sydney falling very quickly. The time going in favor of Toronto. 1 player up in the middle of the map. That's going to be Insights getting taken down. The second tick well on its way for the B point here. Sorry, the A point that is. We're going to see Humid, not Moist, getting some nice kills here in the middle of the map. Is going to get taken down. Toronto Falters still trying to spawn up, still trying to help their teammates out, but that second tick on A is gone. The 3rd one well on its way, but Vortex gets taken down finally, but the B point now being captured as well.
Yeah, Clutch looking to make a nice little flank here. Is going to be able to find that player on the B zone. Challenges the second, not going to be able to get it. Strange, 30 and 16. This guy is going absolutely insane. Hidden Illusion, though, is going to manage to find 1 Insights with the second. Trades go back and forth. Insights from the top ropes. Shuts down the kill. And that's going to be a nice little wave to get back in control for Sydney Dingoes. No points have been captured yet, so still only a minute on the clock, which is kind of crazy when you think of it. That is a lot of time still left on this clock, especially when they're pausing the timer.
Like Toronto, that's like their 4th or 5th one of the map. That's going to be Vortex barely not getting the kill. Definitely irregular for him not to get that kill there, but he's going to help his teammates out over on the A side. Immediately going to rotate back, trying to pick up this B objective once again. But Toronto trying to get this pushed in. They know they got to get this moving. They have 40 seconds to get a little bit more time added here. The B point going to get stacked up, the point where we're going to school once again. Another game, another school lesson here, but the kills come in for the side of Sydney. Hidden Illusions and Clutch Freak doing their thing. And just like that, look at Berserker getting a nice one there as well. And Toronto still trying to run at this right now. They've got 35 seconds remaining and they got to make a play.
Yeah, I don't know how lives are tied here, but they've managed to do it. Sydney Dingoes now taking the life lead, but they have to hold on for dear life. The kills continue to go their way. Humid gonna have to back up, wait for his team. No map control whatsoever for the Toronto Falters. It looks like they're going to make the decision. We need to go for this A. Like they're stacking over. And all of the Sydney Dingoes are mid. They do manage to find the opener. Berserker goes down. Hidden Illusion falls as well. Nice shots of the man MWIII. They're going to jump into the speed zone, sliding onto the hill. Clutch Freak goes down. 2, though, for Sydney, and they managed to retain the life lead. However, it does look like the point is going to fall, but never mind. Here comes the wave of white. They break onto the point. The kills go down. Strange is going to be the first one to get onto the B zone. He's going to be able to find 1. Kills go back and forth. 5-3 life advantage. It's Strange going to take 1 down, but the kills continue to trade. A zone looking to go the way of Toronto, but with no lives remaining, they are the ones on which all the pressure is. This
it's a 2v3 right now. You got MWIII and Strange. Now gonna make it a 2v2, make it a 1v2, and the kill comes in. Clutch following up his name. Clutch is up, wins the round for his squad. And I tell you what, that one was close. It got very close to being over for them there. But Sydney Dingoes, they hold in strong. They bring back the kills. They bring back the time, and they end up winning it.
I don't even know how Sydney Dingoes even attempted to hold on to that round, but they do manage it. And Strange is 36 and 22, will be breaking 40 kills this map.
In 3 rounds, too. Like, we're starting round 4. We could go round 5 here. Like, there's a big possibility of that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Sydney Dingoes here, going to be on offense, trying to get things started. They are going to lose the first player, but they get a nice trade to keep things moving. Toronto, though, definitely a very good defensive team here, picking up some nice kills, holding down everything they possibly can lane-wise here. But Hidden Illusions This guy, he's back to positive now, 25 and 23. Once again, back to the multi-kills, right? It's what he does. The B point gonna get stacked. The kills are kind of coming in right now. I have to worry about this outside lane getting pushed. Toronto, one more player up the middle of the map, and you're gonna get shot in the back, and just like that, look at that, it gets cleared out. MWIII, more like Mac Daddy, baby.
He manages to find that two-piece, clears them off, and that's kind of a huge two-piece there from MWIII, as Clutch Freak may be lagging out of the game. So if so, that is going to be quite unfortunate. But the round will be played out regardless due to the rules that we have set. And it looks like Toronto gonna flood into this hill. Insight's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. It looks like we are going to be playing a little bit of a 3v4. Never mind. Here he is back. Clutch Freak is back in the game, and he is looking to make his impact as he slides in towards this B zone.
He just had to switch to keyboard and mouse real quick. Controller wasn't working out. I'm just kidding. That'd be funny. But Sydney Dingoes and Toronto Falters still going at it back and forth. Toronto picking up some nice kills there. The defensive side holding very strong. 20 seconds remaining. If you're Sydney, you got to make a play. But you're losing players left, right, and center for real right now. With a big push coming towards the B side coming in. 2 from below, 1 from above. That outside lane getting pushed in. Toronto going to lose their first player. Insights with a massive kill there. But the trade's coming in once again. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The kills come in. And MWIII and Strange getting it done. Is a big duo right there for the squad. 2 seconds remaining. This one's going to be all but over. Sydney might have a chance to get on it, but just like that, Toronto, they get the kills, and that's going to be a 3-1 victory. Toronto taking it.
Yeah, 42 and 25. Feeling pumped, you know. So maybe they come out, they take this one swinging, but I've got my money on the Sydney Dingoes, and off the rip, let's see who gets the first blood here. As host Toronto Falters, they are getting aggressive with it, and there it is. Humid, they're gonna find it the first blood.
Ooh. I mean, Humid find another one there right off the bat, but we see Toronto doing a very good job here on this first early hill. Once again, trying to get some of the early control of the map. We see a couple big kills coming in there. MWIII doing his thing, carrying over from the last map up to a 4-0 start right now. I tell you what, I told you, MWIII was in full form. He's back, baby. But they could potentially get themselves up to 40 points here, and we know what they're going to do, though. They're going to hit this roto. Sydney trying to hit this P1 out still, once again, looking for a little bit of this last bit of time. But Toronto trying to rotate to that P2, trying to get the early roto as fast as they can, going to get that set up ready to go. Sydney Dingoes looking to try to break this. They've got all 4 players alive to push on into this, but Human.Moist looking to make that cut down just a little bit. Hidden Illusions with a nice one. Berserker with 1 as well, and just like that, Toronto only 2 players remaining. We see Clutch Freak once again lagging out a little bit in that
Oh man, CNK, Jesus. He's back though. He manages to find 1 kill. Strange with the trade, and Toronto Falters there up to an early lead. This guy's doing this with a pistol. I thought for a second he was going to get another one, but does not manage to. It's actually he leads Vortex into a 2-piece of his own, and right now I think it's just Toronto Falters absolutely slaying right now. Clutch Freak is going to be able to find 1 to break on in early. Going to find the second 3 go down from Toronto. That's 20 seconds of time that you would love to have if you're the Sydney Dingoes.
Yeah, Sydney going to try to get this time. Berserker, he's going to hop on that. Get us a little help from Insights there. They're going to get maybe some of this time if someone hops on it at some point, but the roto going to be coming in. Both these teams know the rotation has to be what we focus on next. But Sydney getting a couple early kills. Once again, Hidden Illusions doing his thing, but he is going to get taken down. And just like that, some big kills coming in once again from Toronto. MWIII doing his thing. He's got the rival 9 out, and it is shooting right now. But Sydney trying to get on this time. Berserker, he's going to be there. He gets taken down. Toronto, the kill feed in their favor for sure. They should be able to get on the sub at some point, but guess what? Sydney is still spawning here, and the sub is not a great spot when it comes to cover.
Yeah, and you know, one thing that I can say for sure about this hill is white time is good time.
Yeah.
If you, especially if you are the Toronto Falters Hiller, if you have the lead, oh my god, what a kill. It's basically just as important to, you know, keep the time white as it is to get time. If you can afford to just leave it white, good for you. It's all for the best. You run down the in-game clock, and you get yourself a nice little lead, and you just can continue to control the top third part of the map. But Sydney Dingoes, they do manage to break in. They do manage to find a good set of kills. They are going to get this scrap time, and looks like Toronto is going to be the first to the rotation on.
I mean, Toronto, once again, rotating. We saw this on the Karachi. We're seeing it again here. But you have to remember, in the Karachi, we saw an early lead starting for Toronto because of the early rotations, right? Not including P1, right? P1 did not go well for them, but they got a little bit of an early lead going into that P2, P3. But then Sydney was able to bring things back and then gained a lead going into that second full rotation of hills. So We'll have to see if Sydney can do that once again. So far, Toronto, though, getting themselves off to a little bit bigger start this time around. This is a big hill they can hold down for quite a while if they can pick up some more kills here. But McWIII trying to hold down one door, gets taken down. Toronto, though, still trying to hold strong. Sydney pushing this one in one at a time and getting the kills.
Trades go back and forth though. Pinstripe kill feed as Strange does eventually find 2, but Hidden Illusion finds 2 of his own. Maybe we're trying to find a third. Unfortunately, does get taken down. Vortex eventually falls. Never mind, he did get the third. So it was my fault. Clutch Freak took the bullet for Hidden Illusion, and the Hidden Illusion halfway to a cruise now. Unfortunately, just going to be scrap time as his reward as we head on over to P5. And 2 do fall for Toronto, 1 being a team kill. But there'll be time for this. Is going to go the way of Toronto as long as Mr. MWIII stays down on the hill, and he is finding kills a ton. As this duo, Strange and MWIII, deadly force to be reckoned with on the map.
I mean, shout out to the squad right now. You also got Vortex and Human. Those guys starting out a little bit slow this time, but if they start to pick it up, this could get pretty crazy pretty quick. But Sydney trying to fight for this time right now. They're doing a good job getting on it when they can, but Toronto still fighting back as well. Look at the kills coming in. They pick up 2, looking for a third. Hidden Illusions goes down. All 4 go down for Sydney. The time going to come in temporarily for Toronto, but I'm sure grenades and stuns will follow with that time as well. So we'll see how that goes. Vortex getting 1, almost gets the second, but he's going to run out of ammo. Reach out at the rival 9, still alive, gets the help from his teammates. The team help is absolutely immaculate.
Yeah, I mean, great plays overall from Toronto. I think that overall they just look more comfortable on this map than they did Karachi. Seems a lot more cohesive. They're getting a lot of the team kills that they need to. And I mean, Strange, this guy's dealing with everything. He could do it with a Rival 9, he could do it with the MCW, and he could do it with the Renetti. This guy is insane on the map right now. But let's not forget his duo, MWIII. This guy is everything as well with the sub on a pretty AR dominant map. But nevertheless, the kills, they trade back and forth a little bit, and Sydney Dingoes trying to find some stabilization here as we start the second rotation.
Yeah, the P1 going to be back up. There's be a little bit of time going in favor of Sydney here, but Toronto once again trying to break in. They get 2 of the early kills to get on the time, but Clutch Freak, he picks up 1 before going down. Glad to see him back in the lobby full time here, not hitting the leg. But Toronto holding this one down. Things getting a little bit sketchy when it comes to points now as Sydney starting to fall behind, but Toronto doing a good job holding on for now. This P1 still under their control. The P2 Roto also going to be coming in here. I love to just see how they rotate every single time. They do a great job here. There we go. The Cruise coming in is going to take on his teammate. Not going to be ideal for Sydney right now. Definitely not what they needed, but Toronto going to use that to their best advantage here as MWIII hunting a few players down. Is going to find 1, looking for Hidden Illusions. Hidden Illusions, though, going to get a nice kill.
Yeah, but it looks like Human on the flank does manage to find 1. Strange is there to help. And Toronto Falters are going to hop on this time. And honestly, this is not yet a death sentence for the Sydney Dingoes. Like we talked about before, in this game, any hill is you're able to get a full 60 on. It only takes 1 hill and you're right back in this game. But right now, Toronto doing everything they can to make sure that that doesn't happen. Strange posted up on the top. Unfortunate team made there by the Sydney Dingoes, but here comes the full push now as they all fly in. 2 go down. 1 more player still left on time. It's MWIII. Dangerous man. You do not want to challenge him, and he's got help. Toronto staying down the hill. Vortex bait and switch with MWIII. Strange picks up the spawners. And a great hold from Toronto Falters, seemingly improving on their earlier hardpoint performance.
Yeah, this Toronto team has not given up a point in quite a bit here. Still, Sydney Dingoes only at 80. Toronto Falters all the way up to 190. Going to be up to the 200 mark by the time the next hill spawns in. They do have to deal with Insights laying down in here. Strange going to spot him out, get shot a little bit. But an opportunity to play for this gunfight with a little bit of team help. Doesn't need any help at all. He's going to take that foul, gets the win. His teammates winning some big ones as well. And just like that, Toronto with a chance to win it here. Going to be almost impossible, but they can try to win it here.
Yeah, I mean, they find all of those kills. They're just finding them at the right time. From the top rope, does not manage to find the kill, though, MWIII. And from here, I just want to see Vortex stay down on the hill. Let Vortex take it away, though. He manages to find 2, so maybe he needs to be chowing off that sucker. I don't know. Human trying to help him from the back, does get taken down by Berserk. And here comes the challenge for Sydney Dingoes. They don't want to let him win it here, and they will not be able to. Sydney is trying to get onto the point, prevent the 100-point club, but I mean, Strange is shooting out of his mind, finding a ton of those kills, and it looks like Toronto, they are just going to make the concession. They're going to give up that hill time. They're going to hit the rotation, and look like they're going to try to hold Sydney Dingoes to their hill challenge.
I mean, Sydney Dingoes trying to get a little bit of time there the best they can, but Toronto going to be on the roto, as they always are. 25 points away from taking the victory here, but Insight's going to get a nice kill there. Just stops the time for now. He is going to get a little bit of help from his squad, but Toronto holding it down as they do. Vortex is going to go for some early kills here, get some team help, get some damage off, but he is going to get traded out immediately. In Illusions, though, they're going to go down. Human, not Moist, going to get another couple kills there. The guy's actually popping off with a 3 streak. His teammates start to fall around him, but Insights makes some plays. If he had a little bit more ammo there, he had the third, but does get taken down. His teammates clean up. Now some time in favor of Sydney. 10 more points and Toronto takes it, so this one's going to be absolutely brutal, but Sydney technically have a chance. They have to play perfect. This hill's a great way to start it.
You know, we've seen some crazy things in the CRL history. This would certainly be up there with one of the moments if they were to pull this one back. But I have to say, Strange 27 and 22, MWIII 20 and 16. Everybody on Toronto Falters is even or positive, and they're all racking up that hill time, except for Strange. Only has 1 second on hill, but I mean, what else can you ask of this man? He's doing a ton in the slaying department. But right now, Sydney Dingoes, they're trying to, bring this one back. It's never chalked, they say. They hold on to this full hill. We're looking at 180 to 250 or 240, but there they go. They break on the time. Humid's going to find two, and I think this is going to be the writing on the wall for Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, have no fear. Vortex is here. He picks up one, gets taken down, though. His teammates still going to clean up real quick. That's Mac Daddy and Strange doing their thing. Get a nice, easy victory here for the squad. 2 more points. This one's all but chalked. Toronto Falters going to win the series 3-1. And just like that, the victors of this Silver North Mixed Division matchup. I almost said whole division. Jeez, that would have been wild. Crowning at week 2. Let's go, baby. But this matchup, they're going to move to 1-1, are going to be the Toronto Falters. That was a strange one.